I couldn't go on. I couldn't do it. And I consider myself somewhat strong. I couldn't do it. I don't know how I could do it. All three of them gone. None of them. Not one survived. He didn't get to keep one. Not one. And you have the audacity to message me with your bullshit because you sit at home on a computer and you watch the live stream of it and you decide based on your sitting at home analysis that you've got it all figured out. Nope, I got it figured out. Here's what he did. I want to read this theory again. This idiot sends me. Okay. She says, body temperature does not line up with the timeline. Blood stains on house, windows, crushed Affiant in lemonade. What does that have to do with anything? I don't even know what that means. 83 core temp is not possible in 1 hour. Never mind 45 minutes, the time for the kids. Did a doctor testify to that? Did a doctor testify that that's impossible? Because the doctor testified to that in the Reed case, that John O'Keefe should have had hypothermia, but he didn't. As a doctor, I haven't watched the whole thing. Did I miss the expert testimony that said, nope, the body temperature does not align with her being out there? I don't remember Kevin Reddington making that argument. As far as I know, Kevin Reddington is making the argument that his client did it, but she's clinically insane and should not, and therefore is not guilty of murder. That's my understanding of what Kevin Reddington, who's one of the top defense attorneys in the state, right? That's what he says happened, right? And he represents the client, and that's what she's saying happened. Okay? So, yeah. And so this person, then he's like, 83 core temp is not possible. Yeah, you got it all figured out. I think he drugged her and hung her out the window. Oh, luckily nobody cares what you think. You're stupid. Now I click on this person's page. Okay? And according to her page, she is a retired nurse paramedic, which is even scarier. Then again, Lindsay Clancy was also a nurse, so you never know. Seasoned healthcare professional with over a decade of experience. Okay. So, I go on this person's page and that's what they're posting. And I'm just like, Jesus Christ. Anyway, I get stuff like that all the time. So just don't even think about messaging me with that stuff. Don't even think about it. Okay. Man, this Lindsay Clancy stuff, everybody's watching it. I listened to it for like 30 minutes yesterday, going for a run, right? Figured I'd listen to some Melanie. Melanie's so into it. She's so into it. And even Melanie doesn't say that, does she? She doesn't suggest that. I think she'd be the first one to tell you. Shut up. Oh God, do I have static? Laura entered the chat. Is there static? I got the phones far away. Hold on. I don't know what you want me to tell you. I don't know what you want me to tell you. Like, I can't control it. Like, I don't know what to say. But I try my best. It's hard. I try not to read the chat too much during the show, but anyway, is it bad? There were people saying no static. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, don't message me about that, about Patrick Clancy, because I hate you if you do that. So you're a horrible person. You should stop. Are people really saying this? Is this like a thing? I thought it was a joke at first, but yeah, it's just out of control. Okay. Anyway, next turtle chat we have here. Next up is Cyber Chick Boston sends $50. Woo! Thanks, Cyber Chick. And she goes, always in your corner. Well, thank you very much, dear. I appreciate that. And always thankful for any support that you can get. Jolene was making fun of my mic. I was looking for that. Which episode is? My mic's a joke. It's like I have to hold it because I keep forgetting to get a thing. But it's good sound quality. It is good sound quality, but the static is just horrible. But anyway, one of these days I'll upgrade. It's just hard to. I'm like, what? After my trial, I'll have time for everything. But all right. Next up we have. Let's see. We got Kate sends $10. Goes, have you seen the clip of Jolene watching you drink from a straw? If not, check it out. No, what do you mean check it out? How are you gonna send me $10 and be like, check it out? Oh, okay. I'll just go watch 5 hours of every stream she does and just find the time stamp. What am I supposed to do with that? Seriously, I appreciate the $10. What are you thinking? Right? You gotta send me the link with timestamp and then I'll do it. Then I got it. You're like, you should go watch this. Oh, I should. Yeah, that'll only take me 5 hours. Yeah, I'll go do that. Thanks. Okay, next. Valerie sends $25. Woo! Okay. So he goes, hey, Purple. Okay. Oh dear. I was happy to hear your website is up and you're back live streaming. I was sent a clip of you talking about me, so I wanted to reach out. You haven't lost me, and I definitely didn't trade you for anybody. I've always supported you in the perp community, even when we have completely different opinions. I am upset about a few things, but it's nothing I can't get past. Love, Moons. Love, Moons. I don't get it. I don't follow all that. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, the Bunions are like, I've had enough with the Bunions. I just tell they're bullshit. I'm just so done with them. A lot of them are my supporters. I support you too, TurtleBoy, but I can't watch you anymore because my leader told me I'm not allowed to because you're mean to my leader. Who's your leader? Oh, it's just this gargantuan thing that drives around yelling into a phone and eating 5,000 calorie meals, and we get to hear her chew. It's really great. And then she tells us who we have to like and then who we don't like, and then we just kind of do whatever she says. And yeah, and that's it. And then, oh, really? What does she cover? Does she cover any like stories or cases or anything like that? Oh yeah, I mean, she tells us what jurors are wearing and shit like that, and does all that. Oh, really? That's cool. Well, then she goes on her streams and talks about that. Oh no, no, no. Once the streams start, it's just right back to the shit talking. That's what we're all here for. We're just here for the shit talk, the drama, the gossip, being judged. We like being judged. We like listening to someone who less than 3 years ago was so broke that her car was being repossessed. We like to hear her cast judgment on others. And we especially like to hear her make fun of the way that other people look and say, this person's ugly, this person's better than this person. Because what better person to hear that from than a 300-pound person? Who else is better suited to make fun of the way that somebody looks than somebody like her? So sometimes you just got to take it, you just got to take it. So, and I don't care. And they're so mad. They're like, you urge people to unsubscribe. Yes. First of all, I said it once. I'm like, you should unsubscribe to her. Send a message. Not report, not like take the channel down or anything like that, because we don't want that to happen, because then what will we make fun of, right? The Jolene industry will go up in flames if that happens. Nobody wants that. Nobody wants that, right? We all just, we need the internet needs lolcows, don't they? Right? So yes, and it's a shame. It's a shame that she did this to herself. To be very clear, I had nothing to do with this. This was all entirely self-inflicted. Self-inflicted. I didn't want to do this shit. It's all her, all her. And we're gonna go out. We're gonna do a valid truth journey. Will have to come. I need to get everything prepared for that. Okay. It's not gonna be like personal, like, but it's gonna be like keeping it real. Like, it's not gonna be like real, like I'm not gonna go in like, dude, give her the freaking Jim Altman treatment or 5150 or anything like that. But we're gonna keep it real. We're gonna tell the truth. And it's just like, exactly, Erica. Like, I didn't talk about it for months. Right. But it's just like, the constant shots. And I don't, and then it's like, what? This ain't me. Like, me being quiet only lasts for so long. So eventually Jolene's done a great job. Mega Fox has done a great job kind of telling the truth about it or whatever. But, nobody does it like Daddy. Okay. So we got to bring it back. And I think we need a valid truth journey on this and just keeping it real. Maybe an intervention, like the Karen Reed intervention that I did, that got a lot of these people all, yeah, I'm a counterpuncher. Exactly. Like, this doesn't come out of nowhere. The Karen Reed intervention that I did in November of 2023 or 2025 rather, like, I lost a lot of supporters because of that. And I look back on that, and that is the realest thing I've ever said. The valid truth journey about, it wasn't a valid truth journey. It was an intervention. It was the Karen Reed intervention. She needed to hear that. Now, whether or not that resonated, probably not. Probably made her more upset. I don't care. It's like, but need to be said. Everything I said there has turned out to be 1000% spot on. Everything. And look how it's all played out. So, I just had to say it. I had to say it. And I wasn't even mean on that thing. I was just like, share my thoughts. I mean, like, I was being real. Like, what started that intervention stream was because Nick Rocco shared a link to Karen's new defense fund on the Facebook group, the Justice for John Facebook group. And it was the most tone deaf thing I've ever seen. He didn't have any words. He just posted it like, pony up, everyone. And this is like after recording gate, after going into the JFK chat and start, kind of riling people up. And, people didn't like that, and so that got people fired up. And then it's like, here, give me money. And the reaction to it was 100% negative. Like, there wasn't a single commenter who was like, oh yeah, this is great. Every single one of them was like, are you insane? Like, what TurtleBoy's got a big case trial coming up and has sacrificed all this shit, and you want us to pay you again? You're free. I don't get it. Like, there was no explanation for what the money was for. Nothing. He just shared a link, and it was a disaster. And so what does a good friend do in a situation like that? You have an intervention and you're like, look, here's what everybody's saying. We should talk. That idiot is a fucking moron. He's sharing links. Look at the people you're surrounding yourself with. Like, look at your friends. Look at Cryford. Look at them. Look at BLT. Look at your life. What are we doing? You're better than this. Come on, you're better than this. That's all. It's not like, it wasn't like a horrible thing. It was just being real. That's what an intervention is. It's what you do with a friend who you can't stop watching fuck it up anymore. Anyway. So, all right. So I think we're good with that. All right. So that valid truth journey will be coming soon. Thanks. Next, McAlbert Dial sends $5, goes, I like your shirt, love. Grifter on the Gulf. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I don't really wear a lot of collared shirts, but I figured, court coming up, or, I need to dress more like a grown-up, I think. I dress too much like a kid on here. Maybe we need to do that. So thank you. Next. Jen Stockdale sends $50, goes, here's my theory. Oh God. Okay. People are conditioned by television and movies to expect a major twist at the end. Yeah. And don't seem to realize that Lindsay and Patrick are real people. And this is real life. Very true. Because that's the thing, is the Karen Reed case and the Sandra Birchmore case too, also to an extent, in my case, has just kind of conditioned us to believe that everything is a conspiracy, that everything is a cover up. And there's some wild twist and crazy shit's going on, and federal letters come out and everything's exposed, and oh shit, what's the next twist and turn going to be? Oh, wow. And sometimes it's just really simple. All right. This poor woman snapped. She was suffering from severe mental health issues, right? The whole purpose of this trial is to figure out why this happened, whose fault it was, right? And whether or not this is meets the standard for first degree murder. right? And that's it. That's all this trial is. There's no twist. There's no whodunit. Like, you're just looking for more excitement. If you're coming up with theories like that, it's because you're bored with, you're not satisfied with the actual facts of the case. You're not satisfied for what this case is actually about. That doesn't entertain you enough. And so you have to make up your own entertainment because that's what you need. That's what you watch these trials because you're like looking for the next thing, you know? So that's it. That's it. Anyway, next. All right. Kate sends $10, goes, it was a members only Jolene video. I can't send videos to you on X. I sent the clip on Facebook to the TurtleBoy account. We're sending my last turtle. I apologize. Okay. I should have specified. Want me to send it somewhere else? My Twitter is usually the best way that I can get one. So I can check that out. So thank you. Next. Patricia sends $5, goes, Laura from London is ruining my life. No R word. Come on, man. I know, but she's looking out for my financial well-being because you get like demonetized by that. And I mean, R word's a good word. I don't want to stop saying R word. But I like making money too. I like grifting. The F word I'm trying not to say as much because I don't like the way I sound when I say the F word. And I'm like giving my enemies like everything. Like, it's stupid. You're allowed to say the C word. You're allowed to say the R word. But it's just, they take everything I say and they spin it. And like then they play it in front of like some boomer judge like Judge Gilday, and they hear like the words I'm using. He's like, well, that young man doesn't sound very nice. I don't like the jib at his sale. You know, I don't like him. Ooh, that's not appropriate. Well, better throw him in jail. Better rule against, better deny that motion. Better allow this stupid motion. Better do that. So it just gives that they take everything I say and just, I mean, it's ridiculous. I should be able to say whatever I want to say. Any nasty word I want to say, I should be able to say it. But fact of the matter is, I'm on trial coming up in 4 months. And why give these people, anybody like demonetized daddy? That's true. It's the golden age of the chat. That's true. But hey, it's like, I didn't realize how much grifting you get out of this. I did not realize it, but it costs like a lot of money. You lose like half your money doing that. I'm like, I like that word, but I don't like it that much, you know? And so, yeah, I need plus because I got to like get a hotel room and stay out there for a month. It's going to be expensive. I got to put Betterow up. Betterow like steakhouses. If Alan Jackson doesn't eat at McDonald's and neither does Mark Betterow. They should, but they don't. And yeah. Oh, jib is a sale. You're right. A jib is a sale. What is it? I don't like the cut of your jib. The cut of your jib. That's the word. I don't like the cut. I'm a land guy. You're right. All right, next. Patricia. No, I read that one. Kim McMillan sends $10 because I think Jess would be a lot happier with her life if Jeff went down like her subscribers are. Oh, no, please no. Free TurtleBoy. I'll always be a TurtleBoy supporter. Toughest guy in Fall River. You don't want to mess with Jeffy. Okay. Big, tough guy. Right. He's a pimp. He tells his host to get back out there on YouTube stream. Talk that shit, girl. Get back out there and talk that shit. You have mental health issues? Oh, poor baby. Go talk some shit about Holly McNamara. Get out there, ho. Get out there and talk that shit. We need that YouTube monetization going, girl. Get back out in them YouTube streets. Talk that shit, girl. I want to see them dollar signs coming in. Make it rain, ho. That's Jeffy. Okay. Next. Yeah, that's definitely a visual I could live without for sure. Okay. Do we have any more here? Any more chats? Yeah, we got Marsha sends $50. Woo! Thanks, Marsha. And goes, thank you, Dr. Hottie, for all you do. Oh, thank you very much, Marsha. You're too sweet. You're too sweet there. Okay. I appreciate that. And thank you for everything you do. And yeah, appreciate that. All right. Next, let's see if we have any cash apps. All right. We got M sends $5. And her comment is, in need of relapse, daddy. Moons and Prison Misty. I played the Prison Misty clip on the Bus Stop Live the other day. Members only, so you got to join to see it. But it was pretty good. Stephanie sends $20. Goes, tell the hood boogers to leave our Mary B alone. What are they doing to Mary B? What are they? I don't know. Oh, and by the way, I just want to apologize. Let me just explain something. So a lot of people, I didn't mean to offend the baker. Okay. I didn't mean to, like, him and Will have been like down ass hoes, like loyal as fuck, you know, whatever. And so I didn't mean to like offend anybody by saying that I go on, by putting the poll up about going on with JFK and Mendon fences. It's not about Mendon fences. That's not what it's about. It's about having a discussion, right? About the facts of the case, because I like having discussions on it, and that's it. Okay. I can't keep track of who's calling who a PDF file this week. I can't keep track. I don't know. And I said, I don't like Randall. I don't trust him. Right. But if he wants to have a conversation, we can have a conversation. That's just the way I said it. Okay. And so is what it is. Like I told you, I don't like what the things they said about me, about Ray, about all my supporters, about whatever. But like me going on his channel is a gift to him. I mean, that's like happy. He wants some rating. Nobody's watching him. Like nobody watches his show. So I figured I'd do him a favor. If you want me on, yeah, I'll throw you a bone. That's it. But he's too stupid. He's just like, yo, I'm gonna turn this into content. I'm gonna talk about how TurtleBoy wants to come on, but I ain't having him on. Okay, then have fun having a show that nobody watches. I apologize. I apologize for trying to do you a solid, right? Not even do you a solid, gifting you with my presence, Randall, because that's what me coming on your show would be. Charity. That's what that is. Free money. Now I'm not going to do it. Now, I mean, you can't have nice things, obviously. I'll go on with James Jackson because he's cooler than you. That's why we said free James Jackson. So you cut off, Randall. Daddy was being nice to you. Daddy offered you a little charity there, but you don't know how to handle it. You can't have nice things, Randall. So yeah. So I didn't hear everything he said. the chat has told me he is not wanted it, so that's fine. So there we go. So I don't know what else there is to say. The straw thing. Oh, is this it? Okay, hold on. I got it. Okay, Laura from London sent it to me. God bless your soul. Save video. Okay. Gotta send it to myself on Facebook Messenger. Okay. Send. Should be going through. Okay, I should have it soon. Okay. You got to listen to them be so mean to me. I know they are mean. They suck. I mean, they're shitty people. And yeah, you're right. Randall did not ask me to come on. James Jackson did. I just kind of wrongly assumed they were a unit. And whatever, All right, here's the link. Hold on. All right. Hold on, I got to download it. All right, now I should have it right here. All right, let me play it. I'll play it real quick. Okay, my bad. Wait, can you hear that? Hold on. Audio. Testing. That work? Okay, cool. All right, let me play this. Or like, I promise I won't talk about conversations anymore on the show. That's the way he drinks out of the straw. Always cracks me up. It's like, I don't know if it's like, I gotta watch how my husband drinks out of the straw. But the way Aiden, he'll be like, he's like this. It's like he barely, he can't go like, I don't know how you drink like a straw. Like no, that's a cigarette. Like, if I'm like, how am I supposed to drink? He's like this. It's like the tensest little lips you've ever seen. What am I supposed to do? He's terrified that he's gonna mouth it too much. Any self-reflection or like, okay, this guy, yeah, you gotta be smooth. He barely. Every time he does it, I'm like, what the fuck? What am I supposed to do? He doesn't want it too far in his mouth. Yeah, you gotta be smooth. You know what I mean? You want to deep throat it. That's how Aiden would think. Like that's what Turtle would think. I don't know the man would be like, don't be too gay with the straw. Oh yeah. Just like you did. It's sophisticated. Just free your lips and the rest will follow. It's just like I've never seen anyone drink that tightly. And it's giant. Didn't that fucking Stanley give him carpal tunnel too? No, that was like, I got fucking carpal tunnel. I didn't know that was from. I was like, fuck, this is my jerk off. It's way better. It's way stronger. Just lips in the Stanley. Like you're already drinking out of the Stanley. Okay. That's my left hand. You're already drinking out of the yoga mom, teenage girl equivalent of the water drinking things. So just enjoy it. Just take the whole straw in. See, I can take a joke. It's not that hard, Machado. See? Just like the lip. It's like a sophisticated British cigarette. Are you even getting any water? Yeah, it's delicious. Come on. This is regular response. We gotta see it again. Aiden. And so instead of any self-reflection or like, okay, my bad. Look at it. It's just like he didn't even. I don't think he opened his lips. How was the water getting inside? It's okay. You don't want to backwash, Jolene. Jimmy, did you get a permission or something? What's in her drink? It's like the littlest stream. Or like, I promise I won't talk about our private conversations anymore on the show. That's a really easy one to say. Every time he drinks it, I'm like, oh God, I laugh. Aiden, you wrote a story about me. And for one day, I thought, all right, cool. All right, see? I can take a joke at my expense. It's not that hard, see? All right, let's go back to this mic. All right. I survived the Jolene roast. How about that? All right. Back to this. Back to the cash apps here. Carly sends $20 and goes, we support you. Well, thank you, Carly. I appreciate that, dear. Jen Collins sends $10 and goes, you're the best. I appreciate that, Jen. You're the best too. Appreciate that. Oh, we got Jessica Svedine sends $20 and goes, let's close down a Chili's and have a fundraiser. We should have another giveaway for Chili's Date with TurtleBoy thing. We need to do that. Yeah, I think we should do that. Yeah, we did that last year. And, the person who won didn't respond to my many emails asking her when she wanted to go on the Chili's date. So we just never did it. So that was also with 5150. She had to come along, which maybe that's why she just didn't want to go along with her. Maybe, I don't know. It's weird. Like, do I go alone? Like, what do I do? Like, I don't want to have like a one-on-one date with somebody that wins a giveaway. That's weird. Like, you should be able to bring a friend, and I feel like I should bring a friend. Who should I bring? My lawyer? Like, who should I bring? I should bring someone with me. I don't know. All right. Yeah, we definitely need to start doing that though. Those work big time. All the shit that Karen's team was doing around this time, we need to start doing it too. We need to start doing that too. So, okay, cool. All right. Yeah, Better will not come to Chili's. So it'd be funny if he did, but I don't think it's gonna be happening. Like steakhouses too much. All right. Kate sends $5, goes posted on X and tagged you and emailed it to you. We got it. Thank you, Kate. I appreciate that. All right. Let me see about memberships here. Become a member on Friday. You get members only. We have a cult. It's great. It's different from Sex Cult though. That's Friday Cult, members cult. She is a YouTube member. Jennifer, welcome aboard. Superstition Man says, I've been around here since pre-trial 1. Free Turtle Boy. Yeah. Feels so long ago, doesn't it? Forced to be petty says, hoping you still go over the exit interview tonight. No loss for you there, Turtle Daddy. We dug you a huge hole. Now that won't be going on tonight, but it will be coming. I need time to prep for that. You understand? There's just too much content in one night. We gotta get all the clips together and just go over all the lies and all the contradictions over the years and everything. And it's crazy. Okay. Trust is Love is a member for 9 months. Says, after we free Karen Reed on that. So should have been. Thunder says, donate wants to depose me in the Karen Reed lawsuit. And as much fun as that sounds, as much fun as I'd like to, I never miss an opportunity to talk about this case, like to have a chance to tell them directly to their faces exactly what happened to John O'Keefe is like quite the opportunity, quite the opportunity. But the fact of the matter is, I have a criminal trial coming up in 4 months, and my lawyers would literally kill me if I went in there and just said whatever I wanted to say. And as we've seen, they will just take whatever you say and misrepresent it. Like Dildo shows you in this whole thing why it's dangerous to talk at all, because they will take everything that you say and just take it out of context in the worst possible way. Everything you say, and they will lie, they will misrepresent things, and judges will believe it. Judges will believe it. So he sent me a while ago that I'm being deposed on July 30th. Right as we get closer to the day, my lawyer's like, you can't do it. You're just tell him like I tell him I'm like, hey, I have to take the 5th. My lawyers are telling me to take the 5th, like a week before, and then he's like, we'll see you on that day. I'm like, did you hear what I just said? Okay, I'm telling you right now what I'm going to say when I get there. So why don't we just cut out? You really want me to go down there? Okay, sure. I think it's because they just want to put me in a room with Paul and Peggy and they can give me death stares. That's what I'm guessing. I don't know. But my lawyer, Tim Bradle, emailed Dildo on July 27th and said the same. He's not going to be attending. He's pleading the 5th. And I'm like, okay, my lawyer's spoken to him. That. But he doesn't represent me in this case. He represents me in the criminal matter, in which I'm going to be taking the 5th for that. But Dildo's like, nope, you're coming. So he emails me. He's like, so I understand you have no lawyer. I'll see you on that day. The day before, right, I was actually planning on going. But the day before, I got contacted or a family emergency came up. Let's just put it that way. A family emergency came up. And I alerted Dildo to this. And I'm like, look, I have a family emergency. I can't make it. I have to watch the kids. Okay. Now, that's expecting that this is going to be like at 10 o'clock in Boston, right? And I've been to depots before. They take all day. It's not like I can be out of there by 11 and get home for 12 and watch the kids. I can't do it. There's just not enough time. Like, and so he doesn't have a daycare. I mean, does he have iPads? Does he have like a pool or something at his office that can entertain these two kids for this long? Like, I don't know. You got like Disney Plus? Like, what are they going to do? So life happens. And now adults then figure out a day that's mutually, I never once told him ever that I'm not going to show up ever. I never said that to him. And that's the way he makes it seem to the court. Like I'm telling him I'm not coming because I'm pleading the 5th. That's what that is not the reason I didn't show up July 30th. The reason I didn't show up July 30th was a childcare situation. And I told him that. Okay. The 5th Amendment stuff, as you're going to see in the emails, I tell him with the 5th Amendment stuff, it's like, okay, when I come, I'm just going to plead the 5th. So you really want to do this? But if you insist, I'll go. Okay. And he has entered these all into the record. So like you can see them yourself. Because I make sure to say that. I'm like, okay, dude, I'll go. Again, I'll read these to you. I don't know what this guy's talking about. Let me pull this up. Where's Dildo? Diller. All right. So he emails me. Yeah, he emails me on July 28th, 2 days before the depot, and goes, Attorney Bradle reached out to me and said he does not represent you in our case. Please note you remain under subpoena for 7/30/26. And I email him the day before. I'm like, I'm unable to attend due to a family emergency. I'd be happy to reschedule another date and time with you. See that? That's me not avoiding it. Me saying, give me another date and time is me not avoiding the depot. I go, however, please be aware that I will be exercising my 5th Amendment privilege to any substantive questions. So that's me telling. I'm not saying that the reason I'm not showing up is because of the 5th Amendment. That's the way he presents it in his stupid motion. The reason that I'm not showing up is a childcare thing, but I'll show up at another time. Whenever you want. Let's figure it out. My bad. Life happens sometimes. Ask Colin Albert. Sometimes life happens. But I'll be there. Okay. I go, please let me know a date and time that works for you. You can call me if easier. Then he goes, Mr. Carney, I'm sorry to hear about your family emergency. Please provide me with more details regarding the family emergency that requires your attention tomorrow. The family emergency is I'm watching my kids. Okay. That's the emergency. They cannot watch themselves. There's no one else that can do it. I don't know what you want me to say. The babysitter moved to Florida. I don't have anyone else to watch the kids. There's nothing I can do. Sorry, out of options. I can't just, it's on a work day. Everybody has a job. Like, what do you want me to do? And he like wants to know what the family emergency is. Like, who are you to ask me that? Like, who are you? Do you think you have a right to know that? Okay. And I go, I need further support regarding such request. As you are aware, this depot has been scheduled for months and we have our own obligations in this case. Yeah, we'll get around to it. I'll get you. I understand. You remain under subpoena, unrepresented by counsel in this case, and you wait until 4:30 on the eve of your depot to alert me of your intended, quote, no-show in violation of the subpoena. We require your deposition testimony, and should you retain counsel to represent you, please have them connect with me. So he's not taking no for an answer. Okay. So then I say, it's a personal family emergency. I have to watch the kids all day. Childcare is not available. Sorry about the inconvenience, but my family is always first for me. I would be happy to move the date to a time convenient for you. As I stated before, and as my attorney Tim Bradle told you, I will be invoking my Fifth Amendment privilege to any substantive questions you have. So I'm not sure what the point of this exercise is, but notice what I'm not saying there is what I'm not saying is the reason I'm not showing up is the Fifth. And that's what he says in his stupid motion, is that the reason I'm not showing up is because I'm pleading the Fifth. Au contraire, the reason I'm not showing up is a family emergency, childcare. That's it. And, but I go, when I do show up, heads up, it's going to be a waste of time. I'm just going to be saying fifth. You know, if you want to depose me, and I'll answer anything you want after the trial. I go on to say, I am awaiting trial in December for witness intimidation charges regarding the Karen Read murder trial, in which a jury unanimously agreed after 31 days of expert testimony that John O'Keefe was not hit by a car. You like that, Dildo? Obviously, I will not be answering any questions involving anything related to the Karen Read, John O'Keefe case until that matter is fully adjudicated in criminal court. As an attorney, not the Karen Read case, of course, my case. As an attorney, I am sure you are familiar with my rights as an American citizen to do so. After I'm acquitted, I would be happy to answer all of your questions. So for now, I have to plead the Fifth. If you want the good shit, you're gonna have to wait till after the acquittal. But for now, I can only just plead the Fifth. So you're not gonna get anything out of me when I show up. He writes back at night, okay? He's like, Mr. Karn, regardless of the procedural posture of your criminal matter, I need to obtain your depot in our case immediately. Given the status of our case and our looming deadlines, my hands are tied and I need to create a record tomorrow should you elect not to appear. If you do not appear, I will forward these communications, or I will put these communications on the record and represent transparently what you communicated to me here. And I'm like, okay, do it. Put them on the record. Like, put things on the record in which I say, you know, and you guys got to stop with this shit. You don't think I know what I'm doing, guys. Okay. Obviously, I'm going to have a lawyer. Obviously. Okay. Obviously, we're not going to do anything stupid. Okay. I know I have 2 lawyers. Okay. 3 lawyers, right? None of them represent me in this case, but I don't need your stupid advice. All the people messaging me who don't know what the hell they're talking about. There's so many people out there that don't know what the hell they're talking about. You don't know what you're talking about. Okay. That's it. This is just gamesmanship on his part, posturing. I know what I'm doing. Okay. Everything's going to be fine. It's all going to be okay. Okay. We just had to pick a different date. That's all this was. Okay. That's it. He goes on to say, if you do not appear, yeah. And I respond to him the next day. So he messages me at night. I message him the next day. Okay. The next day, of course, I get a call from the special prosecutor in the wiretapping case of Meredith, and he's at Leominster Courthouse. He wants to talk to me. So I live 15 minutes from there. I stop by the courthouse. I meet him in the lobby. He asks me a couple questions. I give him answers. I take his email down. He wants to contact me afterwards to let me know what's happening. And that's it. I have rights as a victim. Okay. And he just wanted to let me know these things. Thank you. I don't stay for the arraignment. I don't see her. I don't see anyone. I leave 9:15. I'm out of there. Okay. Then I go back and I get the kids, and I did a stream that morning. Okay. And it was a short stream, if you recall, like much shorter than normal, because I don't want to just sit on the stream while they're, you know, gonna be entertaining them. I don't want them just sitting around. Now my kids are old enough to just chill out. Okay. They don't want to be on camera. They don't want to be YouTube famous. They don't want to come on here and pimp their Venmos out like other content creators do with their kids. They don't want to do that shit. They just want to live normal lives. So, you know, I just want to be a normal dad. They just want to be normal kids. So that's it. And during that live, I believe I get a knock on the door from the sheriff or somebody from the sheriff's department, whatever, with another subpoena to appear for a depot. So I go, this is at 10:15. So I think this is like right before I went live. Okay. With the Bus Stop Live, because I got the kids and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, Attorney Diller, as I have told you, I am available anytime next week, except for Monday, because of the golf tournament. However, if you need me appear today, I am willing to appear via Zoom because I am with my children. Please send the Zoom code if you can. Thank you. So I give him an option. Like, hey, do it. Okay. And as we're going to see with Dildo, he doesn't like that option. Like he doesn't like the Zoom. He doesn't want to do Zoom. Zoom's good enough for him to go on court and do Zoom, but it's not good. I'm not allowed to do it. Okay. He says he doesn't trust me. So I'm going on my way making, how about this? Let's make it work. How about this? How about this? How about this? And he's like, no, this. And then he emails me back at 5:12 that day. And he goes, please confirm that you agree to appear at 50 Congress Street next Thursday, 8/6/26 at 10 a.m. for your re-notice deposition. Now, in the meantime, what were people saying online? People were saying, oh, he's going to be held in contempt. He's not going. He's in trouble. And I'm like, so then I get a subpoena to show up for another depot from him. And it's like, well, I guess I'm not being held in contempt then, huh? I guess you were wrong. I guess the internet was wrong. All these people telling me that like, I'm going to be in big trouble for this. No, it's just a new date. That's it. You're overreacting. You're lying. You're being dishonest. And he goes, I go, can you do Friday, August 7th? I have the kids all day Thursday. I am willing to attend. I just need to find a time that works for both of us. Just to remind you, I will not be answering any substantive questions and will be invoking my Fifth Amendment privilege. He writes back, or he doesn't write back. Then I get the knock at the door. Okay. And they're like, here's your thing. Like, here's your thing for the 17th. I'm like, 17th? Well, can't. I have the kids all day on the 17th. So I go, Attorney Diller, I did not get a reply from you about August 7th. An hour after I sent the email asking if you could do that date, I was served with subpoena for August 17th. That date does not work for me as I have family obligations. I am more than happy to find an agreeable date, but we need to figure out a date that works for both of us. Here are my available days. How many days do I give them? Let's see. 8/7, 8/10, 8/11, 8/12, 8/13, 8/14, 8/18, 8/20, 8/21, and 8/22. All of those dates. And pick a day. Any date you want. We'll do it. Does he respond? No. He does not respond. Okay. So then Dildo goes and does this in court. Let's watch this display.
Good morning, Your Honor. May I proceed?
Please.
Morning, everyone. The matter is court civil action 24.
Between the parties, motion to compel for sanctions. He then ended up have occurred.
Everyone, good morning. Excuse me. So, Attorney Diller, do you want me to tell me your perspective of discovery at this point?
Sure, Your Honor. 25 depositions have occurred.
25.
There are still another 21 that are outstanding. A number of depositions had been noticed to occur everybody was prepared to occur, and they were canceled at the 11th hour. I believe mostly by witnesses, but they're still on the docket to be occurring. There were several substantive depositions that are pretty significant to the parties in this case that ended up being canceled at the 11th hour that still need to happen, and I expect that from those depositions there will be follow-up questions that require further discovery.
When you say substantive depositions, tell me which depositions you're referring to.
Plural.
Well, notably, Aiden Carney, Your Honor,
All he wants
failed
to do
to
is
attend his deposition, which was scheduled on the 30th.
That's just
We're
misleading.
preparing a motion.
Failed to attend his deposition. He's acting like I just didn't show up, like I didn't tell him I was going to show up. He went through with the deposition knowing I wasn't going to be there. He just did it anyway, just so he could go into court and be like, he didn't show up. He just doesn't tell the judge that. He's just like, no, he just didn't show up.
Compel for sanctions. He then went on his live stream that evening and said that.
I don't need to hear all the details. Just get your motion filed.
Yeah, so that hasn't happened yet. Ms. Reed's suspended deposition has not finalized. It was supposed to have occurred, and for logistics reasons between all the parties, that was moved to another future date. So it hasn't occurred
talks
yet.
about me later on around. Let's find it.
To suggest that we were able to procure experts leased to us all of that data while the criminal matter was pending,
Yeah.
and then motion practice ensued, or there was discovery practice. And so this court is aware that initially there was a motion to dismiss filed that was heard and presided over last October. At that hearing, there was an announcement that we were going to be adding 10 new parties to this case, and that was to be briefed. That period of briefing occurred over the next 2 months, at which time after the briefing, that was withdrawn. And it was plaintiff's position at that time that if they were going to add 10 new parties, it wasn't prudent for us to start engaging and and start pushing the parties to turn over the discovery for adding 10 new parties. Then when that came off the table, but to suggest that we were in the driver's seat since last July, the bars didn't have access to us to force them in and understand that the routine 2025 into the beginning of 2026.
Go back and forth when there's
It'll be done today, but if it's skipped again, that they're.
Oh, here we go.
Attorney Diller, when are you going to file the motion relative to the witness that didn't show up?
So he just wants to talk about me.
It'll be done today, Your Honor. In full transparency, that witness has disclosed that he is willing to. show up,
You didn't mention that.
I would prefer to have an order of the court so that if it's skipped again, that there is something that puts him.
So I said I would show up, and I'm going to show up, but he wants an order of the court telling me I have to show up. Okay, fine, bro, I'm going to show up. So basically, he wants an order to get the court to order me something that I plan on doing anyway. That's it. Sure, no problem.
Forces him to actually go forward with the deposition. So,
you say it's going to be.
And by go forward with the deposition, I've made it clear to him I'm pleading the 5th as soon as I get there to everything. So I don't know what you want me to say.
Prepared today, so it hasn't been sent out.
It hasn't been served 9A.
Any of the other parties object to the motion?
Well, I don't know what the motion's going to say, Your Honor. I'm happy.
The motion is probably going to seek compelling the witness to appear.
Yeah,
Object to that?
If that's the entirety of the motion, then no.
Your Honor, on behalf of Waterfall, we would not object.
On behalf of CF McCarthy, we would not object either, Your Honor.
All right. So let's assume the motion also seeks sanctions. Are any of the other parties going to object to that?
I would say it depends what the sanctions are. There's a possibility we might not take a position on it. I can't really answer that without knowing what they're asking for.
Why would you possibly oppose a request to sanction a non-party that you have nothing to do with?
Well, I didn't say that I necessarily.
Because what if one of the sanctions is that, like, I have to do something that hurts his client? Like, what if one of the sanctions? I don't know how any of this shit works. He knows the answer to that question. He knows that there's probably. Why would he agree to sanctions if he doesn't know what the sanctions are? If those sanctions somehow are adverse to the interests of his client, Karen Reed, then why would he agree to that, Your Honor? Duh.
Necessarily would, Your Honor. I said I don't know what the sanctions that they are seeking are, and so sanctions can obviously be a lot of things, and there may be an argument that the sanctions
Also
because
he can't. Yeah.
I don't know. In a vacuum, I can't tell you that. Yes, I would agree to whatever sanctions they ask.
Exactly. Why would he agree to that?
Okay, so everyone agrees that a witness that didn't appear, it would be appropriate for an order to issue compelling that witness to appear. Is that correct?
Correct.
Yeah, but you know what else is inappropriate? Like acting like I didn't make accommodations. Like, how come he didn't read these emails, Ella? He does put them in his motion.
Yes, Your Honor.
Review?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes.
Right. You have a little screen problem here, so I lost it. Here we go. To appear for deposition.
I do, Your Honor.
Attorney Diller, you agree with that?
Yes, Your Honor.
So how about I issue an order compelling the witness to appear? When do the parties want the witness to appear for deposition?
It's Mr. Diller's witness, so.
He's currently under subpoena for a rescheduled deposition to occur on the 17th. I will share with you that he has reached out and said that he's not available on the 17th.
Oh.
He's given other dates.
Oh, okay.
The only dates that
Tell you what, Attorney Diller. You can file your motion to compel the witness to appear outside of.
See, how come the judge then doesn't ask Diller, or Dildo rather. How come he doesn't ask them? Wait a minute. You've been speaking to him? Wait, so he said other dates? He's offered other dates? Oh, so why didn't you mention that to begin with? You said he didn't show up. How come you didn't mention any of this to me? You're making it sound like this guy just didn't show up, like he's poo-pooing this. That's not what he's doing. He just couldn't make it on that date, bro.
9A, given that all the parties don't object to that. You can file you can serve your motion for sanctions or whatever else you're looking for under 9A, and
I don't even need those copies. You know why I don't need the copies of those emails? Because this guy put it in his motion. He put the emails in the motion. Like, so the judge is going to see all these.
we'll wait to hear Attorney Rosenberg's perspective on potential sanctions. So file your motion today.
I will, Your
Relative
Honor.
to selling
What did he
witness.
say there about sanctions?
A motion to compel the witness to appear outside of 9A, given that all the parties don't object to that.
Okay.
You can file you can serve your motion for sanctions or whatever else you're looking for under 9A, and we'll wait to hear Attorney Rosenberg's perspective on
So wait till you hear this too. So you can serve your motion for sanctions. So you can have a separate motion for sanctions under 9A. That's what he says. A separate motion, not the same.
potential sanctions. So file your motion today.
I will, Your
Relative to selling witness.
Relative to
And as it
telling
relates
the-
to discovery, taking the deposition, if it has to occur outside of the discovery deadline, given our current situation, I just want to make sure that nobody's going to object to that.
From Mr. Reed's
But
standpoint.
we don't need to do that here. I'll tell you, the court's never going to object to attorneys working
Okay.
together.
So then right on cue, I got an email from Dildo at 8:45 p.m. on August 6th. Okay. It reads as follows. Mr. Carney, attached and below, please find our motion to compel. That's all it says. Motion to compel together with accompanying exhibits. Please advise if you have legal counsel representing you in this matter, and I'll speak directly with them. If you wish to speak, I am happy to discuss the attached motion further. If we speak, I do not agree to you recording any conversations. Alternatively, if you intend to have a lawyer represent you for this deposition, please advise. So I've been trying to have phone conversations with this guy. I tell him in my thing, I gave him my phone number, call me. He could just call me whenever he wants, but no, he doesn't want to call me because he's worried I'll record him. Are you not giving you consent to record? Relax, pal. I'm not going to record you, okay? Chill out. Enough of this shit. You guys are overreacting to the recording nonsense, okay? I'm not recording a lawyer, dude. Relax. You know, get legal counsel. Next person who says this shit to me, ban him. Ban him for life. I know what I'm doing, okay? I don't need your legal advice. I know what I'm doing. I have lawyers, okay? We don't need your stupid comments from the cheap seats about it. I know what I'm doing. It's under control, okay? Next person who says some stupid shit like that, banned. Banned. That's it. Get in the hole. So that's it. So I'm not going to record them. I've learned my lesson. No more recording. Okay. Done. Okay. That's it. Anyway, I know what I'm doing. Yeah. I listen to brother counsel. That's watch what you're saying. I know what I'm doing. I've listened to brother counsel. I know what I'm doing. Okay. I have lawyers. We're on this. Okay. It's all set. You don't know what you're talking about. I know shit you don't know. Okay. So just leave it at that and shut up and just watch. We don't need your fucking advice. Oh, I swear. Everything's good. Everything's good. Everything's under control. Now, so Dildo sends me that email and he attaches a motion. Okay. And some of you have seen this motion because it was shared online, but the motion you saw is slightly different from the one that you guys have seen that Diller sends me in this email. So I want to show you this. And it's more Diller dishonesty. Okay. All right. Boom. Motion. Okay. All right. So plaintiff's motion to compel with deposition subpoena and for contempt for failing to comply. Now, is the one I saw out there that was shared online by Kyle Sharkey and stuff, does it say that part about and for contempt for failing to comply? Does it say that? I want to see this. Let's go look for it right now. Suspicious sauce. Let's see. She had and on her thing, she had it all queued up. Okay, let's see. Okay. So this is what I go on this chick's, before we look at this, I go on her suspicious sauce. She always shares the docs. Okay. And I click on this link right here. Okay. And notice it's different. Notice this one says, look at the title, motion to compel compliance with deposition and subpoena. But look what he sends me. This is what he sent me. He sends me something different. He sends me this motion to compel compliance with deposition subpoena and for contempt for failing to comply. So what you saw, suspicious sauce share, is what has been filed in court. That's what you can read, is what has been filed in court. And then he sends me this and acts like it's what's been filed in court, but it's not, because he did not file anything in court for contempt. He's trying to trick me here. See what I'm saying? This thing, there was nothing filed about contempt. Have you guys seen anything filed about contempt? Have you? Because I haven't seen anything. What I saw being shared all over the interwebs was just for a motion to compel, not for contempt, but to compel. Did you guys? I don't know. Maybe I'm alone here. I didn't see anything about that. So this guy's trying to pull a fast one on this. Okay. Did he file what he sent you? I haven't seen it filed anywhere. I've checked the docket. I've seen what's shared online. What's been filed is this one. That's suspicious sauce shared. Okay. And it just says motion to compel. That's it. There's nothing there about and for contempt for failing to comply. Do you guys see that? Because that's part of the 9A, exactly. But he hasn't served the 9A. He hasn't filed the 9A, has he? I don't. Like, he's trying to pull some shit here. But don't worry. I have lawyers. Don't worry. We're good. We know what we're doing. I'm just pointing out the fact that he's being deceptive. He's very deceptive. All right. Is the content of the motion the same? It appears as if it is, except for the ending. Yes, Barry Stevens. That's a really good question. And maybe we'll compare and contrast the two motions and see if there's any difference. Okay. Let's start with the suspicious sauce one. Okay. First paragraph, now comes it, and the relevant background. A little different. Oh, look at this. Okay. So it goes, now come the plaintiff and pursuant to Rule 45 of the Massachusetts Rules of Civil Procedure, respectfully request this court issue an order compelling third-party Aiden Carney to appear for a depot on August 17th or August 20th. See, that's what adults do. I told him the 17th is no good. He's like, okay, the 20th then. Done. No problem. I have nothing on the 20th. I'll be there. Okay? As ground. So that's what it says, as ground. Now, look at that first paragraph for that one and check out what he sent me. Tell me if you see the difference here. This is what he sent me. Now come the plaintiffs and pursuant to Rule 45 of the Civil Rule Procedure, respectfully request this court to issue an order compelling third-party Aiden Carney to appear for his deposition on August 17th and 20th, and to adjudge Aiden Carney in contempt of court for failing to comply with the deposition, and award plaintiffs deposition costs and attorney's fees. That's what he sends to me. So he sends to me something very different than what was sent in court. And he claims in his email to me that, again, this is his exact email. Like, you want to see the email? I ain't lying. It says it right there. Attached and below, please find our motion to compel together with the company exhibits. He doesn't mention anything about motion for sanctions, motion for whatever, nothing. That's it. So he's lying. He's lying to me. Why is this guy such a liar? This is the same guy who lied about what was on the recording and made Alan Jackson fly all the way out here. And then the last minute was like, oh, it's like, so this is what it says. And this is the real one that's been filed with the court. And then this is the one he lies and tells me was filed with the court. These two are not on. That's new. That's not on the one that's filed with the court. So there you go, Barry Stevens. There you go. Now, let's go paragraph by paragraph. Relevant background. Is that the same? 5 lines, ends with Exhibit A. Let's check the other one, the real one. 5 lines, ends with Exhibit A. Done. Same exact thing. Notice he doesn't like redact. First of all, that's the wrong address. He doesn't redact it. Of course not. Because, I mean, when other people do it, everything's under a protective order and it's all things. You just throw addresses out there, whatever. Anyway. So it says here, on or about April 18th, Carney made a social media post, including a photograph of a subpoena. Let's see if that one's on mine. Yes, the exact thing is on mine. Okay. Next paragraph. More than 3 months later, on July 24th, Carney contacted the plaintiff's counsel and stated, I'm unavailable and cannot be deposed while awaiting trial. I have a Fifth Amendment right. But key word there. Notice he bolds this. He bolds, I cannot be deposed awaiting trial, but he doesn't bold this, which is the more important thing. Unavailable. Okay? Unavailable. Plaintiff's counsel, because he's making it seem like the reason I'm not sure that I'm just saying Fifth Amendment and not coming, but that's not what I'm doing. On or about July 27th, attorney Tim Bradle, this appears exactly as it is in the one I got, contacted the plaintiff's counsel and states, Aiden asked me to give him the courtesy of responding to you lawyer to lawyer. That is a threshold matter and not waiving any particular objections. He would be invoking his Fifth Amendment privilege. He would be. He authorized this communication and will not be appearing. You certainly remain free to speak directly to him on these manners since he is self-representing. And then he sends me the thing saying, your lawyer tells me you're not represented in this one. We'll see you that day. Okay. So I'm kind of caught in the middle here. Like, what do I do? What's going on here? Okay. Plaintiff's counsel again reiterated to Mr. Carney that he was still under subpoena authority. What did I just do? Okay. Does that appear as it does? Let's see. Yep. That does appear exactly as it is in the one that I got. Carney is facing current criminal prosecution for intimidating witnesses. So of course he's got to throw that in there. Okay. On July 29th at 4:34, on the evening before his depot, Carney again contacted the plaintiff's counsel and stated for the first time, I am unavailable to attend a depot tomorrow due to a family emergency. His counsel responded that Carney remained under subpoena authority and that plaintiffs intended to go forward with the depot. Conscious of what this court's desire to complete discovery and outstanding depots expeditiously, plaintiff's counsel requested clarification from Carney concerning their proposed emergency. He responded by saying it's a personal family emergency and I have to watch the kids all day. Child care is not available. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Okay, goes on. Let's see. Is that exactly how it appears in mine? Yes, that is exactly how it appears in the one he sent me. Next paragraph, which is also exactly how it appears. Carney's depot went forward without him. Why would it go forward without? If I told you I'm not going to be there the day before, why would you go through with it? Instead of finding a day that works for us, I'm like, I can't be there. So this is just theater at this point. Okay. And does he tell the Waterfall and the CF McCarthy's attorneys that I informed him I couldn't make it because of a childcare situation? No, he does not tell them that. He does not. On or about July 30th, his depot went forward without him. Counsel for all parties, a court reporter, and a videographer were present at the plaintiff's expense. So you went forward with a deposition to film me knowing I wasn't going to be there because I told you I couldn't make it. Instead of scheduling another date, you just went through with this, and then you paid for all these people to come down there, and then you're like, oh my God, the expenses. Like, what? Plaintiff's counsel read the email exchange with Carney into the record and marked relevant documents as depot exhibits. Plaintiff's counsel announced the intent to seek sanctions against Carney for his failure to comply with the depot subpoena. Counsel for CF McCarthy's reserved the right to seek costs for her time, both in appearance and attending the depot, today that he had no show for, and for counsel for the Waterfall seconded that opinion. Next paragraph, which appears, this is exactly as it appears in the letter I got. So this is like, so far, it's the only thing that's different is the first paragraph. Despite claiming he had to watch the kids all day, Carney did an online live stream on July 30th during the time he was supposed to be in deposition. And even though he claims his kids are currently in the other room, they are not seen or heard at all during the stream, which lasted more than a half hour, which is short for me. This dude really put that in there. Like, he says the kids were there, but we didn't see them. So what? What does that prove? I do streams all the times with my kids here. I don't like doing them with my kids here because they got to make themselves scarce when that happens. And they don't want to make themselves scarce, right? They're free range children. They want to walk around, be comfortable, and they can't do that if I'm on camera, right? And so he's like, I don't see any kids there. Well, I guess you cracked the case there, Dylan. What are you talking about? What does that prove? Yeah, that's true. You guys watch my show all the time. Many a times with kids in the house. Have you ever seen them on here? No, I don't bring them on my show. They're not part of the show. Okay. They're part of my real life. During a later live stream that same day, he admitted he traveled to Leominster District Court for his ex-girlfriend's arraignment. No, I never did that. That is a complete lie. I never admitted that I stayed for the arraignment, ever. I never said that. I did not go inside a courtroom. I did not see Meredith O'Neill, nothing. I went there to meet with Special Prosecutor Vigliotti because he left me the following voicemail, okay, which I've also posted online. Good morning. This message is for Aiden Carney. My name is John Vigliotti. I'm an attorney that's working as a special prosecutor out of the Worcester District Attorney's Office in regards to a case where you are a named victim of a wiretap out of Leominster for Meredith O'Neill. I was just assigned the case late yesterday. It is on for arraignment today. I was just looking to touch base with you in regards to the matter as the alleged victim. If you give my office a call at your convenience, okay, he puts his phone number, that would be appreciated. So I call his office, as he tells me to do that morning. No one answers. He's not at the office. I'm informed he's already in court. What did he say in the voicemail? He goes, I was just looking to touch base with you in regards to the matter. So he wants to touch base with me about this. He wants to speak with me about this. So I'm like, I know where he is. I don't have to get the kids for a little bit. Okay. I'm going to watch the kids. I have time to go to Leominster District Court real quick and meet with this dude. Because he says he wants to touch base with me. And I get there and I go inside the courthouse and I'm like, I go to the DA's office downstairs and I'm looking for Special Prosecutor John Vigliotti. He said he wanted to get in touch with me about something, touch base with something. Okay. And so they alert him. He and I meet in the hallway of the courthouse. There isn't a single other person around because everyone's in the courtroom, the main courtroom, which is around the corner and inside the doors. And we don't see anyone. And he's like, oh, nice to meet you. I have a couple questions. What day did this offense happen? Okay, cool. Here's what I'm going to be doing. Is that okay with you? You have rights. What is your email? Please take down my email. I take it down. And I'm like, okay, cool. That's it. So that's what I did. So never once did I say that I went to Leominster District Court to go to an arraignment, to watch an arraignment. I was not there to watch an arraignment. I don't want to be around her. Okay. I don't want to sit there and I'm just no. Let the legal process. I want to speak to the prosecutor. Sure. Because he wants to speak with me. Right. And it didn't conflict with the child care situation. The child care situation happens after this. So I get there at 9:15, 20 minutes from Leominster. I get back in my car. I go back and then get the kids. I send Diller the email at 10:15. I commence the stream. They do not appear in the stream. We keep the stream short and I move on with my day. It's just that simple. Okay. So he's acting like I made this shit all up. Okay. And he goes, on the morning, July 30th, allegedly for 3 to 5 minutes. During the later live stream, Carney revealed his true impetus for failing to appear. Okay. And he has a quote. I'd be more than happy to school you, dildo, but I have to do what my lawyers tell me to do. If my lawyers tell me under no circumstances can you talk to these people until after trial, I pay them a lot of money. I pay them to give me legal advice, and I don't ask questions. If what we're doing, that's what we're doing. Whatever, if that's what we're doing, that's what we're doing. Whatever you say. What's the point of having lawyers and giving this money if you don't listen? That's the whole point. At no point in this quote do I ever say that I'm not showing up. Nowhere do I say this. I go, I'd be more than happy to school you, but I have to do what my lawyers tell me to do, which is plead the fifth. So when I get there at the deposition, I am going to plead the fifth. Just in case you don't want to waste your time. I'm trying to do him a favor. Okay, fine. You're going to come down there, we'll do Dog and Pony Show. I will plead the fifth in person if that's what makes you happier. Sure. Whatever you want, dildo. Whatever you want, pal. But he's making it seem like the reason I'm not showing up is because I think I can just go on my stream and go Fifth Amendment and not show up. That is not what I'm doing. The reason I couldn't show up is the childcare situation on that day. I offer a million alternative dates, and I go, when I show up on one of those alternative dates, here's what I'm going to do. That's all. That's all. He's lied. He's misrepresented the court. Carney later reiterated, I have to talk to my lawyer. I obviously need representation. I can't go to this thing alone. So I'm going to go. I'm going to bring a lawyer. So I got to talk to my lawyer. I have not responded to him yet, and I'm not going to respond until I hear from my lawyer about how to respond to him. Duh. And we have a conversation about what we're going to do about the deposition. Yeah. Because guess what? The depo date also has to work for my lawyer. If I have a lawyer there, then it has to work for them too. So you got to schedule this shit. Anyways, that's my life with Dildo. He's a pain in the ass and he's just a loser. Like, bro, you guys got your ass kicked. Dildo. Good thing you put that on the record. And then in another one, in a subsequent live stream, Carney states, hey, if they just thought about this for 1 second, who's they? He doesn't say who they is. The fact that who's they here? Who am I talking about in this quote? I'm not talking about Dildo. I'm talking about the people online who claim, did I swear? Sorry. They're claiming so the they here is the people online, the trolls, who are saying he's going to jail. He's being in contempt. He blew this off. He thinks he doesn't have to show up. He's never going to show up. Okay. He's going to jail. There was a lot of people saying that online. Oh, he's going to get his bail revoked over this. He's going to jail. Stupid things. So that's who the they is here. I go, hey, if they, online trolls, just thought about this for 1 second, the fact that Dildo gave me a new depo date instead of going to the court and filing a motion to compel means that I won. It means that all your predictions about being held in contempt are untrue because he caved. He gave me a new date. That's right. That's right. He took the knee. He got down on a knee. So there you go, Dildo. I'll see you when I see you. Say, I'll see you. Like, I'll be there, bro. Chill out. Chill out, bro. So, like, this is a response to the online trolls who are literally telling me, you're going to jail, bro. You're going to jail. You're going to be held in contempt. I'm like, no, I'm not going to be held in contempt because guess what? I got a new date for a subpoena and I'm going to be there. And when I show up for that depo, I will not be in contempt. Okay? So that's what I meant by that. That's what I meant by that. Because these guys are saying, Dildo's going to put you in jail today. Dildo's going to be down in the courthouse filing a motion to contempt on this day. No, he served me with a new date. And to my knowledge, he has not served the court with a motion for contempt. But he sent me a motion that said contempt, which is a little confusing and a little deceptive. Legal standard. Okay, so that is exactly how it appears in what he sent me. The legal standard thing is word for word as it appears in the one I got. Argument. Plaintiffs avail, and by the way, the first two paragraphs are exactly how they appear in mine. Plaintiffs avail themselves of the provisions of Rule 45, seeking order of contempt. An order of this court compelling his appearance for the depo. Additionally, he lacks adequate excuse to absolve himself of this court's contempt for failing to comply with the subpoena. Carney's purported excuse is that he was unavailable due to a family emergency is a plain falsehood. It's not. It's not. To the contrary, up until the night before his depo, Carney's stated reason for trying to escape the depo was he planned to invoke the Fifth Amendment. Never, ever, ever does he have me ever saying that the reason I'm not showing up on July 30th is because of the Fifth Amendment. Never do I say that, ever. In fact, I tell him I will show up, but when I get there, I'm pleading the Fifth. Why is he lying? Why lie? This is the same guy who lied blatantly about what Karen Reed said on the recording, right? He just lied. We all heard what she said, and he just lies about what she said. We all see what's in the emails I wrote, but he just lies about what's in the emails. We all heard what I said on the show, but he just lies about why lie? Why lie? And then people are like, why are you taking the Fifth? Because they lie. You can't trust it. Like, why give these people anything? Because these are bad faith actors. And he mistakenly believed he cannot be deposed while awaiting trial. I am well aware that I can be deposed while awaiting trial. I am well aware of that I can be deposed while awaiting trial, and I am going to be deposed while awaiting trial. However, being deposed, you can still assert your Fifth Amendment privilege at the deposition. And that's what I'm going to do. Just to be very clear about this, because people don't understand this. Like that, Jolene? How about that? Okay. Goes on to say, only after the plaintiffs announced their intent to go forward, despite Carney's Fifth Amendment objection, did Carney pivot and raise the issue of a family emergency on the evening before the depot, which had been noticed for close to 4 months. Actually, no. Let me double check this, just to make sure I have this right. Yeah. I told him in a July 24th email, I'm unavailable. That's it. I was wrong for assuming that, like the Fifth Amendment, but clearly here, I can be deposed. I'm well aware of that. Okay. But my reason for telling him I can't show up on the 30th has nothing to do with the Fifth Amendment. Nothing. Like, I'm not going to answer any substantive questions about this at the deposition. Like, what is he talking about? So, only after, let's see, blah, blah, blah. Although he claimed to have had to watch his kids that day, Carney had time to travel to Leominster District Court and do a live stream in which his kids were nowhere to be seen or heard. So they must not have been there, right? All right, sure thing. And by the way, like the conflict with the kids, I got to Leominster District Court by 9:15. I had time to take a leak before I went there too. You want that? You had time to urinate, Your Honor. You had time to go to the bathroom. And he washed his hands too with soap. Better get him on now. How does he have time for that? Instead, during his live stream comments, immediately after he skipped the depot, Carney revealed that he no-showed upon the advice of his attorneys. Under no circumstances can you talk to these people until after the trial, not because of a family emergency. This is a falsehood. That's a falsehood. That is not, I have never said that the reason I no-showed, the reason he no-showed is because of the Fifth Amendment. Never, ever said that, ever. Why lie? The reason I no-showed is because I told him I have family obligations. He's conflating the two and he knows it. Why lie? Additionally, Carney's plan to invoke the Fifth at depot is not adequate excuse for failing to comply with the duly issued and served subpoena. Totally agree. But that's not why I didn't show up. Stop lying. Okay? Like, I agree with that. I am fully aware now, especially, he's made it very clear. I'm fully aware that the Fifth Amendment does not stop them from going forward with the deposition when I have to show up. But when I get there, I can still plead the Fifth. But you still got to show up, technically. So, okay. Anyway, so we all agree on that. Then he goes, in sum, Carney willfully refused to comply with a valid subpoena. No, I'm not. That's a lie. I have never once refused to comply with a valid subpoena, ever. Publicly taunted counsel. No, I never publicly taunted counsel. I publicly taunted the trolls who were saying that plaintiff's counsel is going to put me in jail. That's who I was taunting. Don't lie. And brazenly proclaimed victory because he had not been held in contempt. Carney's real impetus for failing to appear and testify, his plan to invoke the Fifth Amendment. Nope, that is not my real reason for failing to appear. That is a lie. That is a lie. Okay, so this is exactly how it appears in the motion he sent me. However, this is all he asked for. In the motion, it's one thing. Wherefore, respectfully requested this court, 1, issue an order compelling third party Aidan Carney to appear for depot on August 20th, 2026. Carney is currently under subpoena for August 17th, pursuant to a subpoena served upon him. He volunteered August 20th as a mutually convenient date and will be reserved for such a date. I have not been reserved yet, but he can reserve me whenever he wants. Okay, but that's it. Notice there's only one thing he's asking for in this, right? An issue order compelling third party, but that's not what he sent me. That is not what he sent me. What he sent me at the end says this. Wherefore, plaintiffs request this court issue an order compelling third party to appear for the depot. Okay, so that's what appears. But then a judge Aidan Carney in contempt of court for failing to comply with the depot served on August 14th. But if I show up for the August 20th deposition, then I'm not in contempt, am I? Then I'm following the court order. Award plaintiffs depot costs and attorney fees. This is what he puts, but he didn't put this in the motion. He is representing to me that this is what he filed with the court. This is what he said in his email. We filed this today with the court. That's a lie. He did not file this with the court. This part was kept out. He's lying. Award plaintiffs depot costs. Nowhere does that appear in what he filed with the court. Why is he lying? Why lie? Why is he lying to me? Why is he lying? Why is he lying to the court about what I'm saying? Why is he lying? So there we go. You tell me. This guy's a liar. So anyway, yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. And because as it turns out, like I have a right, if he files a motion to compel, the judge is like, sure, like the judge can sign off on that. But the motion for sanctions, I have to be heard on that because I have a right to say my side of the story. So why is he pretending that he filed a motion for sanctions when he didn't? Why? So anyway, we'll just leave it at that.